Chosen one, there is an unmistakable stirring in your spirit as you read these words. This is no ordinary message. What I'm about to share with you is more than just a message. It's a prophetic declaration, a divine appointment. Something significant is about to unfold in your life and in your daughter's life, and everything changes tomorrow. I know this is a heavy statement, but hear me clearly. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This isn't a coincidence or a random event. This is divine timing at work, orchestrated by heaven itself. You've felt it in your heart for some time now that something was coming, something bigger than what you've known before. And tomorrow, that something unfolds. Your daughter, your beloved, is stepping into a season of transformation. And because of your connection to her, your life is shifting too. You are part of this divine moment, and everything that's been delayed, everything that's been waiting to align, is now coming together. Everything changes tomorrow, and it begins with her. As this divine shift touches your life, speak your desire into existence. Share your most heartfelt intention in the comments and include the number 99 to align with the flow of manifestation. This is your sacred moment. When you declare it with love and faith, the universe moves to fulfill it. There is a shift coming, and it's one that will shake the very foundation of your family's spiritual journey. Heaven has been silently preparing your daughter for this moment, and tomorrow the fullness of that preparation will be revealed. It will feel like a door has opened in her soul, one she's been waiting for, and one that you've been praying for. The atmosphere is charged with divine anticipation. It may look like an ordinary day to the world, but in the realm of the spirit, everything is aligning. This is no small shift. It's a sacred turning point in her life, and yours as well. What you see tomorrow may seem subtle at first, but it will be the beginning of a profound transformation. Understand this. This shift is not about fear. It's about faith. It's not about confusion. It's about revelation. Your daughter is stepping into something far greater than she may even understand right now. And as she does, you will feel your own heart align with hers, witnessing the unfolding of a purpose that has been written long before she was born. Heaven has been orchestrating this moment for you both, and tomorrow, the spiritual atmosphere will vibrate with the power of divine alignment. Your daughter was not born by accident. She is not a product of mere circumstance or happenstance. She was divinely chosen, designed with a specific purpose in mind, and placed in your life at just the right time. Her very existence is a reflection of God's design, and she has been marked by heaven for a destiny far greater than what you might even realize. From the moment she was conceived, her life has been set apart. She is not like everyone else. The sensitivity, the uniqueness, the way she sees the world, these are all part of the divine wiring within her. She is finely attuned to heaven's frequencies in ways that many others may not understand. And because of that, she may have been misunderstood, or even labeled as too much or too sensitive. But those labels are not the truth of who she is. They are lies that the enemy has used to try to hinder her from stepping into her true calling. You have felt it, haven't you? That knowing deep in your spirit that your daughter is special, that she carries something within her that is rare and divine. She was born with a prophetic calling, a unique connection to heaven. She has been set apart to carry the light of God's truth in a world that often does not understand it. And tomorrow, that light will begin to shine in ways that are undeniable. She is walking into a season of awakening, and you are witnessing the beginning of her divine design being fully revealed. Chosen one, I want to remind you of something deeply important. You are not just her parent. You are her spiritual guide, her bridge between the divine and the natural. Your role in her life has been ordained by God to bring her into her destiny. You are the one who has stood in the gap, prayed over her, and carried her burdens when she couldn't. Your faith, your love, and your obedience to God have paved the way for her to step into this moment. Every prayer you've prayed, every tear you've shed, every act of faith you've made on her behalf has been preparing the ground for her breakthrough. You may have felt moments of doubt, times when you questioned if what you were doing was enough, or when you didn't understand why the process seemed slow. But let me reassure you, chosen one, your labor in the Spirit has not been in vain. You have carried her to this point. Your faithfulness has made space for her to rise. Your love and your prayers have been the bridge that connects her to the destiny she is about to walk into. And tomorrow, you will see that your role in her life was not just to protect her in the natural, but to nurture the divine calling within her. There is a door that your daughter is about to walk through, and it's one that has been divinely prepared for her. It is a door to her destiny, and it's one that only a few have access to. Tomorrow, she will step through it, and when she does, everything in her life will shift. This isn't just about a new season. This is the opening of a new chapter that will propel her forward into a season of purpose, fulfillment, and divine alignment. This is not just about her individual journey, it's about your entire family's legacy. The moment she steps through that door, she will carry the mantle of everything that has been passed down through the generations. Her rise is your rise. The fulfillment of her purpose is the fulfillment of your prayers. Tomorrow, you will witness the power of divine timing unfold as she steps into a new realm of her purpose. And you, as her covering, will feel the weight of that moment. You may already be beginning to notice the signs of this divine shift in her life. Maybe it's a change in the way she speaks, the way she carries herself, or a new sense of clarity in her decisions. You will notice subtle changes that will point to the fact that something is awakening in her spirit. This is not rebellion. This is revelation. These changes are the early signs that her spiritual awakening is taking place. As she becomes more aligned with her divine calling, you will see these signs. Her boldness, her clarity, her peace, and her confidence will all be outward expressions of what God is doing within her. These signs are confirmations that the shift is happening. Even though you may not fully understand everything, these small changes will speak volumes. Trust that they are signs of something much bigger taking place in the spiritual realm. Your daughter is waking up to the fullness of her identity, and you will witness it firsthand. Chosen one, you've held the line. The enemy has tried to discourage you, to distract you, and to make you question whether your faith has made a difference. But I want to remind you today that every prayer you've prayed, every tear you've shed, every moment of perseverance has made a way for your daughter's breakthrough. Your faith has been the anchor that has kept her rooted, even when the winds of doubt and fear tried to uproot her. You fought battles that no one saw, endured struggles that seemed unending, but through it all, you've stood firm. Now, the fruit of your labor is about to be seen. The breakthrough you've been waiting for, the one you've prayed for in the quiet moments, is coming to fruition. The strength you've shown in the face of adversity has created a divine opening for her to step into her purpose. Your faith, your endurance, your spiritual resilience have positioned you and your daughter for this moment. Tomorrow, as she steps into her destiny, You will see the reward of your faithfulness. The warfare you've endured wasn't just about you, it was about her. And now, heaven is about to honor your faith. Tomorrow marks the day of the shift. It's a day that will be like no other. The world may not see it, but heaven knows that something monumental is about to take place. Your daughter will walk into her destiny, and as she does, everything about her life will begin to align with the divine purpose God has placed in her. You will witness the fulfillment of the promise God made to you, and you will feel your own heart swell with pride and reverence. Speak blessings over her tomorrow. Even if she doesn't fully understand what is happening, your words carry weight. Speak identity, speak purpose, speak clarity. Tomorrow is a sacred day. It may look ordinary in the natural, but in the spiritual, it's a day of divine alignment. Heaven is rejoicing, and you are witnessing the beginning of something beautiful. As your daughter steps into this new season, you will notice spiritual clues along the way. Dreams, insights, moments of clarity. These are all divine signals that she is walking in alignment with her calling. God will speak to her in ways that may seem subtle, but they are deeply significant. Your role now is to help her discern these spiritual clues and to support her as she walks in this new season of her purpose. You may not always have the answers, but you have the wisdom to guide her. Your presence will be the anchor she needs as she navigates the unfolding of her divine destiny. Keep your heart open and remain spiritually tuned to what God is doing in her life. The signs are all around you, and each one points to the divine purpose that is about to unfold. Your daughter has walked through struggles, through hardships, through moments of pain. But let me tell you this, those scars are not signs of defeat. They are the very things that have strengthened her. What the enemy tried to use to break her will now become the very things that empower her to help others. Her scars are sacred. They are symbols of her resilience, of her ability to rise from the ashes. She will use her past, not as a burden, but as a testimony of God's power. The strength she carries will be a beacon for those who are struggling, and she will rise with a strength that can only come from the Lord. There is a divine inheritance being passed down to your daughter. It is the spiritual legacy that you've prayed for, that you've hoped for, that you've fought for. What you've sown in tears and faith is now being multiplied in her life. Tomorrow, she will step into the inheritance of God's promises, and with it, she will carry the mantle of the generations before her. Your daughter is stepping into something that has been ordained from the beginning of time. She will carry forward the legacy of faith, strength, and purpose that has been passed down through the generations. This is her divine inheritance, and she will walk in it with grace, strength, and authority. As your daughter rises, so will you. The weariness you felt will lift. The uncertainty, the doubt, and the exhaustion will begin to fade. You will experience a new sense of clarity, peace, and joy that you thought was lost. Your labor in faith has not been in vain, and now you will experience the restoration that comes with witnessing your daughter step into her calling. You are not just watching her rise, you are rising with her. As your daughter steps into her divine calling, your relationship with her will evolve. You are no longer just her parent. You are her spiritual partner, her ally in faith. You will walk alongside her, guiding her with wisdom and prayer, but also allowing her to stand in her own spiritual authority. You have prepared her for this moment, and now it's time to let her walk in it. Trust the process, trust God, and trust that you are both aligned in His perfect will. You may not understand everything in this moment, and that's okay. You don't need all the answers. What you need is alignment. Align your heart, your spirit, and your words with what God is doing in your daughter's life. Trust that His timing is perfect and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There will be times when you don't fully comprehend, but that's where faith comes in. Tomorrow, your daughter will begin to walk in the fullness of who she was always meant to be. The doubts, fears, and insecurities that have held her back will fall away. She will no longer seek validation from others. She will walk in the truth of who she is, and nothing will stop her. This is her true self coming to life, and it will be beautiful. As she steps into her calling, the world will begin to respond. People who once overlooked her will now see her. Doors that were once closed will now open. She will rise with a light that will draw others to her. What once seemed impossible will now come to pass with ease. Her light will shine, and the world will be drawn to it. It's natural to feel a bittersweet ache as your daughter steps into her destiny. You've carried her, protected her, and loved her with all your heart. But as she steps into her divine calling, you are not losing her. You are gaining a new version of her. This is her moment, her time to shine. And it's the beginning of something beautiful. Let her go with love, with pride, and with confidence, knowing that she is exactly where she needs to be. The past has been redeemed. The pain, the struggle, the confusion. It has all been used by God to prepare your daughter for this moment. Everything that once seemed broken is now being restored. What the enemy tried to use to destroy her will now be the very thing that propels her forward. The past was not in vain. It was preparation. As your daughter steps into her purpose, so do you. You've prayed for this moment, you've believed for it, and now it's here. Your breakthrough is tied to hers. Everything you've sown in faith, everything you've carried in prayer, is now bearing fruit. This isn't just her victory, it's yours too. Tomorrow is the day everything changes. Stay in faith, stay aligned, and speak life into her. Your words have power, and your prayers have paved the way. This is not the end. It's the beginning of something incredible. Leave a comment with the number 777 to seal this in faith. Like, share, and subscribe to carry this message of transformation forward. Tomorrow marks the shift. It starts with her. It starts now.